All right. 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 Kevin Hart. All right. All right. All right. What's going on, guys? It is time for our live art stream today. I am so glad to be able to draw today. Thank God for just another day of life. I am so appreciative of this, right? Because you know what? I always tell my when I go to work, I have different people that I talk to on a regular basis. The other day, and gentleman says to me, he says, it's a awesome day today, and I said, yeah, I said we woke up, because waking up is a prerequisite to an awesome day, right? Wouldn't you say? So, anywho, we're gonna go ahead and get into it, guys. We're gonna do some eyes today, right? So we're gonna be talking about my triangle technique. I've been getting a lot of questions about triangle techniques, and they'll see it work, and they're like, "Whoa," But I understand you guys might want a little bit of a deeper breakdown of that, so I'm gonna go over that, practice it a little bit today. Also, I'm gonna go back into my cartoon little guys here. As you can see, the Rouser has been hard at work trying to put something together to teach, to share with you guys, to inspire you. Now, I want to get this, I want to say this, and I want to say this with the utmost. I want this to be clear, okay? I don't feel like I'm like this art god sitting on a cloud, and you guys are like looking up at the art god, right? That's not what I feel like. I feel like we're just all hanging out together. We're just friends. We're all here together. We're all in life together. We're doing life together. And we're here to inspire one another to draw. So, with that said, I just like to keep our stream at a certain level. So, we're not going to get into all the, we're not, nobody's better than nobody here. I'm just showing you some information, okay? All right. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Oh, also, if you guys are benefiting from the information that I'm sharing with you today and you want to tip, right? Tips. Don't forget to hit that little button down there, that little dollar button down there, and bless a brother today. Please bless me. Thank you so much. All right. So, where do I start? Do I start? You know what? I think we'll start with a. What do you say? I like starting out with some little sketching like this right here. So, do you guys have your sketchbook? I have a little sketchbook here, right? And I'm streaming on two platforms, so that's why you see me looking over here and over here. So you can see, guys, this is the little sketchbook right here. You can do some sketching, right? And you guys can do some sketching, right? We do some sketchy stuff, right? All right, so let's see what can we sketch today? What can we sketch? I think we can do some. Let me see here. We'll start with some simple bodies, right? And then we'll go into the eye shapes. Okay, so let me see here. What can we do here? I got all kinds of ones that I've done. I like to, you know what? I'm gonna tell you how I think of the body now. Drawing it with these little blocks and these little these little circles and cylinders, right? It has really, really, really simplified the body for me. Like, I think when I look at YouTube, I look at a lot of these artists that are trying to teach you to do these things, and I'm like, whoa, why are they making this so complicated, right? Because it's literally like, let me show you something. If I got I'm gonna get me a. Hold on, let me see if I got a. I'm gonna get me a pair of scissors out here. Okay. And I'm going to do like this here. Hold on, we're just cutting some paper up here. So I'm going to give you a visual display of kind of how I've been seeing the body lately, right? So my desk is already black, so it'll be easy for you to see how I'm thinking of this. So the body to me is a bunch of pieces of paper. I'm gonna get a couple. I need some squares here too. Okay. It is a bunch of little squares. I don't have no nails. Hold on. Okay. And they're like kind of doing something, each little square, right? And so I think of it like this. This is, we can cut this one in half if you want, something like this, right? And then you got a little piece here, right? One of his legs longer than the other one, right? What did they call the lady with one leg longer than the other one? Eileen, right? Yeah. So let's go ahead and put this over here. All right. And this right here. All right. And the same thing happens with your arm shapes. Okay. So, and then you have your little feet, which my feet are like little pieces of paper too, but they're kind of coming forward. And if you could picture the paper like kind of folded to the side like this, but if I put it underneath here like that, this would be like his little foot. Right? Okay. Are you guys getting this? Are you writing this all down? All right. So with that being said, right, if we come over here to our pad, right? All right. Look at this. I'm going to go head, basically where the torso is here. And I want to draw this guy here. So I think of the now with this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring my paper. Just picture this as flat paper though, okay? On the floor. And then you got your other arm, right? And the front of your arm. And then the same thing happens this way. And then your hands would be like whatever. You can do your hands like little mittens right at first, right? You could picture them as mittens. So you see how this lines up with this, and then you can change it. You can put like joints here, right? And everywhere there's a joint, right? People are getting high. No, I'm messing with you. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. No, I didn't say that. That is not. You know what? Go to commercial. I'm going to commercial right now. I did not mean to say that. All right. So let me I cracked my own self up. Okay. So we get at the joints, we can change directions, right? So if we want to go here, we can go here, right? Or we can go here, or we can go here, or we can go here, right? You see what I'm saying? And then here, right, we can go here if we want, right? And then we can go here and go here and have our leg over here, right? If you think of the body like this in this simple way, it becomes very, very easy to draw, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and take away our little stick man. And we're going to draw a couple of bodies, doing a couple of different little. I gotta get some nails. I don't have no nails. Let me see here. Okay. I just killed the paper man, right? All right, there you go. All right, so here we go. Let's draw a guy doing the King Tut, right? We'll do it right here. 1, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Put your squares first. Don't worry about Don't worry about the joints yet, okay? And then look. So here we got, which way we going to go here? We got to go this way and this way. And then we got to go this way and this way. And then we got to go that way and that way. Okay? So if this is what your character is doing, right? Now watch this. Let's go ahead and we can start filling it in. So watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Right? You see how the body kind of, we can fill it in and make a little body around what we did, right? Depending on what we want our guy to do. Okay, put a little shirt on him, right? A little hair. And we got a guy doing the king tut. Ooh, 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 right? Okay, you get it? All right, so it's really just that easy. You know what I mean? All you have to do is remember to look at it like these blocks. Now, these blocks are interchangeable, right? So let me show you these blocks right here. Let me show everybody over here the blocks so you can see the little blocks that we did right there. Okay? And let me see here. All right. So let's make up another. Let's change up the relationships a little bit. Let's go with a head that is more of a smaller. Let's go with a bigger head. Let's go with you know how we said we got big head and little body. So this might be a big head, right? And then let's say this is the smaller little body. We can change our shapes to make different characters up. So you want to get creative with it, right? You can go here and we can do something like, let's say we did somebody doing this. Let's say they're crossing the legs now like this. Okay? And then let's say they're doing like this and like that and like this and like that. Okay? So you can see the gesture of our person already, right? You can see it's pretty easy for us to do that. All right, hold on a second. Let me put my music back here. Looks like my music stopped. I gotta put repeat on here. Let's repeat that. Repeat all. All right, there we go. All right, let me see here. Oh, by the way, I'm not even supposed to have this up here. I'm tripping. Okay. So, hey, what's going on, Puss in Boots? All right, so now we can take our person, right, and we can make them into our cartoon. So we'll just simply, figure out what we want to do. All right, we can use some little triangles here. Right, and we can put some little hair, some little, let's say her hair is kind of pulled back here. And then she's got like a little, right? You see? I need to bring this down some so you guys can see some more here. Hold on. Is that picture kind of clear for you guys? Let's make sure that picture's kind of clear right there. Hold up. Let me see properties. Let me go configure. I'm going to try to sharpen that picture up just a bit for you. I got this little sharpen tool. There we go. Nice and sharp. Okay, apply. Okay. And close. All right. Is that better? That sharpness is better for you? Okay. So you see how it works? All right. So now we got, so here we can just basically, we start doing our body around the shape that we just made up. Watch. Drawing the body now becomes very, very easy when you think of it this way, right? drawing your own character, making up your person. You can make them do anything you want them to do if you can keep it simple like this, okay? All the body, all it is a bunch of little sticks being put together. Hold on one second here. Da, 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 da. Make sure we got a. Okay. All right, so let's do that again real quick. Okay, here we go. So let's make up a person that's kind of, maybe we want to change up the way their body. Maybe we want somebody that's a lot taller. So maybe we want to put our shapes, right, a lot longer. Maybe we want to just use one shape in here to represent a very long torso and very long legs and very long quads and long calves, and then maybe he's got some really long shoes on, right? Like a clown, right? You see, we can do anything we want to do, right? And then look, now all we got to do is we can say, we can take his arms. I don't know what his arms could be doing. Let's just make him do something simple. He's just doing this right here. Okay? You see that? Look how easy that theme came out. It's just super easy when you think of the body this way. You know, I know you get all these people that tell you all about these gesture lines, right? All this stuff where you got to be like, I want to make the body do like this all the way around, which that's cool. You can have your head here, right? And then, you know, you can have your feet here. But all of this really is kind of complicated to think about the body this way, unless you know, you can do it this way: circle, square, then you do your quad, and then you do your other leg, right? And this might be the general idea of the body, you know, the person is facing that way, right? And then from there, you can add like other little, but no matter which way you're doing it, whichever way makes the most sense to you. This is Michael Jackson, right? You've been hit by, you've been smoked by. He got, look, both of his legs. You know how Michael Jackson be having his high water pants on up here? And he got his little hat, right? Unlike Michael Jackson. Yeah. Wait a minute. Annie, are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay, Annie? All right. So we could just color it in. We're just warming up right now. We ain't even got to the good stuff yet. Okay, you see that? Look at that. It's Michael Jackson with his high with his high water pants on, his socks, and you know, maybe he's got the light going down. He's doing the moonwalk, whatever. Okay. Hey, right on, Daddy Longlegs. Thank you so much for coming out today. I certainly appreciate you, my friend. All right, and also, guys, don't forget to help the Rouser out. Don't forget to go to our Patreon page. We do have Patreon for those that want to support us in that way. And there you'll have access to some super cool content, you know, that I just share specifically with people on Patreon, just for helping, you know, us to maintain and to go forward with our channel and our vision to inspire other artists. You know what I mean? I know what it feels like to be uninspired, you know? You feel like one day is just running into the next, right? And so you're looking for an inspiration, and it's always good to have people in your life that help to inspire you. So that's what we created this channel for, to inspire you to pick up that pencil and do some drawing. Do something with your life, right? Yes. Okay, so let's do some more of these, and then we're going to go ahead and get to what our first thing, which is going to be our eyes. I want to be sharing with you guys, or practicing with you, to teach you about my triangle technique. This is going to be a boom, mind-blowing technique for you to learn. It's going to simplify your eyes, because if you can get the likeness in the eyes, it's just something about that. They say, you know, that's you know what their eyes feel like, then your caricature is going to take a different turn. So, all right, so let's go back into this. The thing with this body things, and we'll revisit this again at the end of the stream, is that you are the captain of the ship. That means you have all of these shapes at your in your arsenal, right? Let's see. And a cartoon can be made up of any shape you want to make that shape up out of, right? Let's say I want to do a shape like this. See, look at all my little interact. Let's make up some more shapes here. Let's make up a shape like this. We got a diamond shape, right? Right. What else we got? We got a heart shape, right? We got the moon shape already. We got circle already. What else do we? What are we missing out of here? We can make some L shapes, right? Okay, and then we got an M shape, right? Okay. So watch this. If I come over here and I say, well, this is my little library. Let's take this guy right here. I want to make up a cartoon. Wow, what an interesting head shape. Okay. And then what is this guy doing? Well, he's looking over here and he's thinking. I wonder what he's thinking. How do we know he's thinking? Well, because he's thinking about the gym. He's thinking about the gym. He's thinking about going to the gym. You know why he's thinking about the gym? Because his midsection, it looks like a giant B, right? Like a letter B, right? he looks like a B, right? And the B stands for belly, right? It's got a giant belly. Okay, and then his legs look like triangles, right? Why? How do I say that? Because it's a giant triangle, or he looks like an ice cream cone, right? It doesn't matter. And then look, and then his feet look like little triangles too. And then we can go with his head. Let's say what is he doing? His arms are like little L shapes, right? And his hand is like, literally, he's got his finger right here scratching his head, right? Right? Because he's scratching his head. Okay? And then he's got his other hand over here and he's like holding on to his waist. All right? And let me see. And we got to give him some hair and a little ear shape. Okay? Now, I know you guys are like, this is so elementary, but this is how you learn and to draw the body. This is how it becomes fun to you. It ain't fun when you sitting up there doing all this. Now when you look at these other videos, you'll see a lot of this stuff here. Let me show you. If we just draw the cranial, ophthalmological, cranial substance of the molecular structures, right? Then we can go to the Optimus Prime, Galaga, Mario Land. You know what I mean? And you sitting here like, this is great. This looks awesome what you just did, but I can't understand what you said. So you get a lot of this, that's and then we just want to do, but if you look how complicated all of this gets. It gets complicated. Okay, so if you want to keep the complication down, think in terms of this. And again, this is going to be the easiest way to do your cartoons. And again, we'll visit this in the end. So let's go ahead, guys, and we're going to get into the first part of our stream. This is just the warm up, right? It's going to be about our eye shape, okay? And what eye shape are we going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about one in particular, and it is going to be based upon the triangle. My friend, this shape is so powerful at drawing eyes that you are going to be mind blown. I was, and I thought of it, right? I was just sitting there one day and all of a sudden it just hit me. Like, I know what Einstein felt like when he was like, E equals MC squared. E equals MC squared, right? Right? And then, anyway, that's what... All right, I gotta go. All right, I need an adult. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. So we're going to pull up some... First thing, to draw some eyes, what do we need? Well, we need some eyes. I'm going to do this here. I want you guys seeing my passcode to my tablet, just in case. All right. Now, let's pick out some eyes. Look at those eyes right there. Okay. So, what I'm going to do, I guess I can try to, I'm going to, no. Should I? No, I can though. Hold on. Hold on one sec, guys. Give me a second.
I thought you were gonna go live on Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Which one were you doing?
I'm just on YouTube right now.
Oh, on your phone?
On YouTube on the computer. But I'm just gonna go live on Instagram. I'm not gonna do a live on Facebook till Sunday. All right, let me see here. Hold on, guys. I'm just trying to get this angle right so that when they. All right, there we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. So I'm live on Instagram now too. All right. So anyway, we're going to again visit the eye shape. We're going to visit the triangle shape. Now, how does this whole triangle shape idea thing work? Okay. Well, it's very simple. At its basis, okay, before we get into the eye, it simply means that, okay, you take this shape and you add your eye in the middle like this. Let's say if you want to make the eye look forward right at you, you put the eye centered at the top of the peak. If you want to make the eye look left or right, you simply move the eye based off of where you want it to look. So you can make your eye look this way, or you can make your eye look that way, right? Or in this case, this guy looks like his eyes are just doing like that, right? But that's the basic, simple idea of how to use it. Now, the next thing is think about, when you think about this shape, this is the raw shape, which means that it can be transformed into a more curvy looking idea by thinking of them like hills, like, you got the King Tut, right? Right? Let's put King Tut. Remember we did the King Tut earlier. Okay. So these are the little Egyptian guys, and these are the hieroglyphics, right? So you can change the eye up and make it look like more curvy here, so that it'll be more feature based. But keep this shape here in mind. All right. Okay. Now, this shape can change in angle. So you can draw the eyes this shape like this, right? You can draw this shape like this if you have somebody with sad looking eyes, right? Okay. Whichever way you want to do it, right? Okay. And you see how, you notice how when I keep my eye centered at the peak of this shape, that's always going to make my eye look at the camera. A lot of times we have trouble doing that because we don't understand like how to use the shape and these simple ideas to our advantage. So we don't really have to do that much thinking. You let the shape do all the thinking, right? All right. So that is basically how this shape is used. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these eyes and I'm going to use the shape here to help you to draw the eye shape here. Okay. So how would I do that? The most important thing you have to understand about eyes is that eyes are not about what they actually look like. They are what they actually feel like. If you're not drawing with any feeling, right? If you're not singing with any feeling, right? If I say, thinking of you is all I want to do, right? That doesn't sound like I'm singing to you. It doesn't have any feeling, right? But if I say, thinking of you is all I want to do, right? Now it's like, oh, he's thinking of me, right? You want to put feeling in your drawing, because this is where your individual styles are going to come from. But your eye shape specifically back on that must have a feeling to them. It means, are they mad? Are they sad? Are they indifferent? Right? Are they penetrating? These type of things. These are penetrating, right? What are your eyes doing? Okay. So with her eyes, I'm just going to use this part down here. What I would do is I usually use a shape like this. Okay. So this is the top of her eye, right? And then she has an indifferent stare in her picture, but I still can use that to my advantage. Now watch, once I have this, I'm looking at how her eyebrows interact with this shape, and I'm seeing that there's a downturn here. You see that downturn in her eyebrow? Well, that tells me that this part of the eyebrow is up here, and then there's a downturn here. So it's kind of telling me how to use where to put my eyebrows at. So that's one thing that it can do. But let's go ahead and form the eye. I want the eye to look right at the camera, so watch. Okay. Now I want to add this. Now I know you've seen there's a little bit of an underbelly to the eye. You don't draw exactly what the eye looks like. Draw what it feels like. Okay. So if you're drawing what it feels like, check this out. I can use this same shape, right? And I can do a triangle again here that's kind of offset. Okay. You see the point of the triangle is now here versus here. So kind of think of the eye as two triangles on top of each other, right? But they can offset if you make one part different than the other. Same length, but they're kind of offsetting, okay? So I'll offset it here. Now what I could do is I'll go ahead and I'll do the top over the top of the eye, and then I use the eyelashes to change angles of the eye, okay? Which is what makeup is literally doing. Her eyes are they really don't look like this. It's just the eyelashes have changed how you perceive the eye. This is why you ever see some ladies, they'll take their eyes and then all of a sudden their eye is shaped like this, but they don't like the shape of their eye, right? So they do something like this on the side of their eye. You ever seen them walk around like that? Right? So what did that do? That changed my perception of what the eye is actually shaped like. So the triangle is what the eye is actually shaped like. Everything around it is decorations. You get what I mean? Okay, to make you think, to change perception of the eye shape, okay? So I would do her eye just like that. And as you can see, she has her little freckles, right? And it has the same type of stare, even though I didn't draw it stroke for stroke, it has the same type of stare. Now, a portrait artist might sit here and they can use the same concept. There's another shape that we could use too, which is this shape here. But we'll get into that a little bit later. But this shape is a little bit more, how can I say, it may be a little bit more complex for you to use at this point. I just want to concentrate on this one shape, okay? So you could literally take this shape and draw any eye you want to, as long as you consider the feeling of the eye first, okay? All right, so let me see. Let's go to another model here, okay? Now, if you look at her eye, you're like, well, how can I do the triangle eye with that? All right, well, it's easy. So let's just use this piece of paper here. This way I don't have to keep flipping over. Okay? So watch this. 1, watch this. 2, watch my shape. Watch my shape. I'm going to deliberately draw triangles for you just so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay? There is what the eye looks like, literally looks like, and then it's what it feels like. Watch. Okay. This part of the eye, I just darken it in to manipulate it. But watch how that shape just all comes together when I use this. I can just kind of color these in. Okay. I can do it like this if I want. I can hang it from the top. I can even use a triangle that's upside down with this eye. So watch this. So let's say I want to go upside down with the triangle. It's up to you which look you like. See how this one works? See this upside down? And then this little fold over the eye becomes the top of the triangle, but I just suggested it, right? And then I just took my eyelashes and I do like this. Okay? You see how that works? It's a very simple shape to use. And it works every time. I don't care. I can take any eye. Let's go to another one. Okay? What is these eyes doing? They're a little bit more cut. So let's look at this. Now watch my triangles. I'm just going to make them real skinny, real little. Okay? Change the triangle over the top. Okay? You see how I'm shooting at the feeling of the eye? I don't have to think when I'm using this particular shape because it's already programmed. We can do a couple of guys here. And even with guys. Now, I'm going to tell you with some eyes, you'll have a shape like, it'll seem like it's like his eyes. It almost looks like it's, don't get distracted by the shape, okay? Watch this. Now I know y'all hear my son crying over there because he's literally pissed off right now. He's pissed. Welcome to the life of a full-time dad, right? They do not care. I wonder if I go out there and tell him I'm in a live stream that he would actually like stop crying. I doubt it, but it's worth a shot, right? All right, let me see here. So let's go here to this eye shape here. I'll just go ahead and flip it over here. And give me just a sec, guys. I'll tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to go over here. And hold up. Hold on a second. Also, guys, don't forget, if you are benefiting from the information, man, tips would be awesome. Tips would be awesome. Okay. Thank you so much in advance for your tips, man. Your super stickers and all that stuff like that. Okay. And now I'm going to go over here to, hold on a second. We're just going to go here. Okay. All right, so again, we're going to go ahead and demonstrate more again about this this triangle technique. Is this helping you guys out? Am I explaining this in a way that you can understand? I want to make sure that I'm putting the information out there so that's easy for you to grasp. Okay. All right. So with this guy, right, we got a guy that's at a 3/4 view. I'm not going to get distracted. Now, with 3/4 view, generally the eye closer to you is going to be bigger than the eye further away from you. Okay, so watch how I can use that relationship. Okay, like this. Okay, and I'm going to make sure you guys can see pretty good here. I don't know if I can zoom in on that. There we go. I might be able to zoom in so that you can see a little bit better. Okay. So I'm going to use these two eyebrows here, and then I'm going to use my triangles again. See my triangle here? Look at my triangle here. Okay. This is the bottom of the triangle. I might suggest it. I might not have to draw the whole thing, but you see how it's still a pretty good distant triangle. Now, if you look at this part of the eye, okay, here, where it kind of looks like it's going up and around, well, then what is that in my drawing? That's me using this triangle to my advantage and just doing like this. Over here, okay, the eye does kind of the same thing, but get what I'm saying? So you can see the middle of your eyeglasses are like right around here, right? I'm just going to do this real quick. Okay, now watch my eyes. Where's my eyes looking? Well, I know I can't put him in the middle, because if I put him in the middle, what's going to happen? It's going to look like he's looking right at that. It's going to look like it ain't going to look right because of based off where where his eyes are. In order for him to be looking straight in this particular angle, the eye must be on this side of your pyramid. So watch when I do that. Okay. If I want him to look that way, right, my eye is going to be on the other side of the pyramid. If I want him to be looking away from us, right, then, or kind of like he's not looking at the camera, but he's kind of just staring off into space, then I would want to use something that's going to be in the middle of this triangle. Okay, you get what I'm saying? So, and then here, obviously, we'll just look at our nose shape like this. There's the nose. Okay. So the eye is pretty much, for all intents and purposes, if you can see it this way, just a simple triangle shape. Okay. Now, these come in very good, especially when you're drawing anybody that's Asian, because now what can happen here, let me see if I can find somebody with let's see what kind of models I got here. Let's see. Maybe I need to look one up. Let's see here. Let's go to Pinterest and look up an Asian model. Let's look that up. Nope. Here we go. All right, so let's see here. ASIAN Asian faces. Let's just put faces reference. Okay. So we can see a lot of Asian faces here. Let's just get somebody like this. Okay. See her eyes right there? Look at that. Now you're like, how can I draw those eyes with this? Well, it's really the same concept. Watch this. Okay, you can use this, but you tilt the shape, because remember, we're drawing what it feels like, not what it is. Now watch when I draw just a little bit of this eye in here like that. And then I just come down with the shape like this. And then I just do this little piece over here to make it look like a fold, like this is coming from underneath there. You see how it feels like that eye right there? You just took a shortcut. Now, if you're talking to somebody that's anatomically astute, I just made that word up, they will tend to tell you, oh, you got to get this particular detail or that particular detail. But those things that's not true. You don't need all of the curves and everything in the eye you're shooting. I just want it to feel like you're looking at her, and that feels like this. Now, yeah, if we did a technical interpretation, her eyes really kind of shaped like this. This is a technical interpretation. Okay. So whichever one you want to use, that's still a good, you know what I mean, shape to use. But I'm just trying to give you one ring that rules them all. You get what I mean? I feel like still this one looks more like it than this one does, even though this is the actual shape of the eye. It doesn't have the same feeling to me as this shape here. Okay? All right. So we can do that again. Let's look here. What other, we got this model here, right? All right. Now, with this model, check this out. Let me show you what this is. Picture a triangle coming from underneath something, okay? Like this. Okay, watch. So let's say this is a line. This is a line, and these are her eyebrows way up here. Okay? All right. Now, picture me drawing a triangle, but the top of it's been cut off from this shape. Okay? And then I just draw this little eyeball right here. Okay? You see how it looks like and it feels like those eyes. So you're just thinking, okay, this is the top of the triangle basically cut off, and I can make this as big as I want to. I can make the eyeball here a little smaller to get the more of a, leave a little bit more white space here, right? But any way that you want to do it. But think of that triangle, okay? So let's go back over here to our other models. We're gonna just touch on this a little bit more, and then we'll get off of it because I think that I've already kind of gone through this technique with you to where you would think it's now this eye right here. You know what would be another awesome shape here? Still the triangle, but I'm thinking this line needs to be more like, let me see here. So maybe the line is like this, and this is the edge of the triangle here. And then come back over and make the base of it come back in like this. But keep this going further out. I wonder. Or I could do it like this. So I think for this eye right here, this shape would actually work a little bit better. I would use this one. Okay? Which I like to use two. I use this shape a lot. I'd say on probably about 90% of my eyes, I'll use this one. But sometimes I do like to use this shape, but I just want to, again, keep this specific to the triangle shape. You know what I mean? Right. This one feels better, right? You know what I mean? Because when you think of Chinese people, you think of people with Asian descent, you just think that they have what makes their eyes very unique is that they have very angular eyes. So you want to tend to go towards shapes that have a lot of angle. You get what I'm saying? Shapes like these. Okay, look at the classic anime cartoon picture. You're going to see a lot of these type of shapes in anime because they're easy to draw and understand, right? You don't see them drawing anime cartoons. Like, let's go to some anime. Okay, if you want you think anime when you think this. So let's go to here. And let me see here. Let's look up some anime. Anime caricature designs. Okay. All right. So I'm trying to. All right. Let's look at like this character here. Now, some of them use, oh, I can't use that one because it won't let me make it larger. Let me see. I'm trying to find one that'll let me make larger. Okay. What about this one? All right. Now, these eyes right here are simply, they are this shape here, but what they are, this, and I forget, this shape is called a rhombus, by the way. Okay. Which is like my number 2 go-to eye. Okay. But this rhombus shape can be manipulated. So if this is the actual shape, what you want to do is convert that shape into a shape like this. So if I make the shape rounder, right? If I think about this shape as I'm drawing like they did, watch what they did. They thought about this shape, right? And they just rounded everything off and did like this. You see? So you see how they, and everything here is just changing the angle of the eye a little bit, but this is what the eye feels like. Their shapes are all based off of something very angular, but if you want a more friendly look, right, then obviously you're going to make the shapes, your curves a little bit less intense. Think about it like on a road. You see if you think about a windy road, right? You can cruise down a windy road if the winds are not too like 90 degree-ish. But when you got a lot of 90 degrees in your street, when you're driving, you're going to have to slow down before you take that curve. It's considered a more violent turn, So you don't have more, what makes these anime characters looks cool is that they don't have the violent turns that they have. So it tends to give the picture a little bit more of a friendly look. Even if you look at the way the head is designed on these characters, that look at how non-violent the turns are. Yes, they are turns, but they're very non-violent, and they all look like, really, her head shape looks like a I always think about houses kind of turned upside down, right? Like a hut turned upside down. If you look at it, it's very soft and very soft turns and very big eye shapes, right? Okay, so that's how you want to do this. And another way you could think about it is if you have a circle, right? Here you can kind of build your shape, around the circle if you're having a little bit of trouble. But make sure you kind of pencil in this rhombus idea, and then you put your eye in there. So whichever way makes the most sense for you. You know what I mean? You want to try that way. Okay? All right. Don't forget, guys, man, tips are appreciated. If you feel like you're benefiting from the information being shared with you today, don't forget to tip. Thank you. All right. Let me see here. So I think we covered a lot about the eyes. So I'm gonna use some of my references here. I'm just gonna go through a couple of references, sketch out some eyes, and then you guys are welcome to practice along with me if you like on this. And then after that, I think I said I'm gonna go into I said eyes, and then I said what did I say? Ears or noses or something like that? I don't know. Whatever. And then I'm gonna go back to my caricature, my themes, some simple themes for you guys. And then after that, we'll go ahead and do our word of the day and get you guys out of here. All right. So I'm gonna keep these sketches in my little sketchbook here. Okay. So we're going to start with maybe we can use this guy here. So if you guys are watching here and there, we can see this guy's shapes here. This is the guy we're going to be using. Okay. If you guys are on Facebook, don't forget, man, stars are awesome. If you guys, I've been trying to meet this goal to get stars on the videos so I can do I can monetize on Facebook. So if you guys will help us out with that too, that's awesome. Thank you. All right. Okay, let me see here. So this guy here, how can I do this? You know what I'm thinking? I think if you guys will give me just a moment, I might be able to. Give me just a moment. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, so we're back. So I'm just going to go through and practice a couple of these eye shapes over here. Okay, so we're going to use that triangle shape. So again, we're going to start with our, he has small eyes. This is an excellent way also to be able to control the size of your eyes. Like, to me, he has very small eyes. So I want a shape like that's going to be very small. That's one of my pet peeves is when somebody draws a caricature, but they draw the eyes big when the person has small eyes. Oh, that burns me up. Okay, so that would be these eyes here. See how quickly you can get a nice, and then how you kind of accent the eyes just by imagining there's a circle kind of underneath there. So I think the best way to, I think I got maybe a pink here. So I kind of imagine there's a triangle underneath there, and then you can see why this line that I drew over here makes sense, because it's kind of suggesting a bottom shape underneath there. Okay, so that's just this one right here. All right, now let's do another one here. Let's look at this guy. Okay, so what kind of shape does he have here? All right, we could go with the triangle shape again with this one. Okay, so we'll do something like, now watch my triangle. So I'm going to draw the triangle first. Watch. I'm just going to go ahead and color it in. Okay. And then I come with my pencil. Watch. And then I go like this. Okay. This is the shape of the eye. This is his actual eye, right? And then you have your okay. So again, it's easy to capture that. I think that might have made it a little bit confusing right there. I think I'm just going to go ahead and go with the pencil, but you see how that works. Let me just do it again down here. Okay. Okay. You see how I'm shooting at the feeling of the eye? Okay. Now, we could do another shape like, there's a number of different shapes, or not a number, but there's other ways you could express the eye. But again, we're talking about this particular technique and how it's easy to control, because it's not about making an exact shape when you do eyes or any kind of, especially eyes, because eyes change so much in shape because of what you feel is different. His eyes right now, like for instance, he has a little bit of a sadness to his eyes. So I could have drawn him like this here too. Let me show you. Okay. Okay. So this is like with a little bit more of a downturn to the triangle, and this one was more parallel. But I could have got away with either or of these shapes to draw his eye with. Okay. All right, let me see here. Let's try it again with, let's look at, maybe we can, now, does this work? Oh, look at this guy. That's a good picture. Okay. How can we do that shape? Well, we know the eyebrows are pretty prominent, right? So watch this. He has kind of a big shape to me. So I would do these shapes kind of big and long, longer triangles, right? Okay, now watch. And what is the, watch this. See, I'm using the turn of the eye to help me to bring my eyebrows where I want them. So not only is this triangle, think about it like a seesaw, right? For your eyebrows. And then the angrier you look, the more the weight of the eye is going to go, the shape is going to go this way, right? The happier you look, your eyes tend to go like this, or unconcerned, right? So this shape, for instance, looks angry. This shape, right, looks less concerned, or you know what I mean? Something like that. You get it? Okay? No sound. What do you mean it means no sound? Can nobody hear me? Oh. No, I no speak English. Oh, tú no puedes hablar en inglés. Okay, pero la gente aquí hablan en inglés, so yo necesito hacerlo o hablar en inglés. Oh, yo tengo videos en español en mi playlist, so tú puedes tú puedes oír allá, Lorena. All right. Okay. So you see how those eyes are right there? So again, think of those eyes. Think of this. Think of the, when you think about the eyebrows and the eyes. So we're gonna just kind of go through. We know how to use these shape. We understand that we're just using a triangle. Okay, we're understanding that this triangle can be used to draw virtually any person that's sitting in front of you. Okay, so this is going to take the guesswork out of your picture. The only thing you have to do now is choose a correct angle and or size to draw the triangle at. Okay, and then once you pick that, then you can draw anyone effectively. So again, start with the triangle and whatever emotion that person has. If that person has very little eyes, you can make very little triangles. The emotion doesn't change, right? If you see somebody like this, right, what are you thinking? If I do like this and I do like this, right? You automatically start thinking, dude, that might be I don't know. What if I did like this? Even without even thinking about it, you thinking, man, that looks kind of like Mike Tyson, right? Because his eyes are so small that it's easy to see the relationship. Let me pull this up some just a little bit because it looks like it might be okay. So let's go ahead to these eyes here. I'll just move my paper over. Okay. All right, here we go. Here we go. Don't forget, guys, stars are awesome. If you guys are on Facebook, thank you so much. And if you guys are on YouTube, thank you so much for if you tip. That'll be awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for your super stickers, stuff like that. Okay. All right. So these eyes right here, which shape are these? Now this eye right here. Remember, you got two shapes, right? You got this shape and that shape. And generally, your eyes are going to bounce back and forth between these, with this being the most prominent. We're talking about 90% of the time, 10% of the time, you're going to have these. Okay. These are usually very good for like like these eyes. You see how his eyes are? Now, I could do it either way. Watch this. I could do his eyes like this, and like this, and like this, right? Because I'm shooting for the feeling. Did I draw it exactly like it is in the picture? Nope. But it still looked like him. Why is that? Because I'm playing with relationships and feelings, right? You get it? I'm going to have to bring this up a little bit more because I can't get everything in the frame. There we go. Okay? Or I could do the same eye like this. Watch. Okay? Either one of these would serve as a good picture. Now I want you to check this out. What I'm going to do for you is I'm going to take a piece of paper. I'm going to put it here. And then what I showed you with these, right? I'm going to show you how I'm going to literally draw a caricature for you. So watch this. Everything for me is about basic shape. I don't care. This shape right here, I'm not looking at all the curves in his cheeks and all that right there. Only thing I'm seeing is a really I'm looking at I think to me it looks like a bullet shape. With some ears on it. He has some very small ears. Watch. And a neck shape. Then up here, right, we can see more of a rounded shape. Okay, so it looks kind of like this. And then you have a little bit of your hair. Okay, now watch my shapes. Okay, I'm looking at the angle of the eyebrows, right? And I can play with it I'm going to use my triangle shapes for his eyes. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go to the ball of the nose. And then I'm gonna go to the lips. If I want to add some cheekbones, I'll just add them within the shape itself. And you see how I use this as a quick way to be able to draw this picture. I use this little line over the top of it to give the illusion of that little peak over the eye. So I just use the triangle. I put this over the top of the triangle, right? And then I came with the eyebrow over the top of it, okay? Or I could have went with a shape, again, that looks kind of like this. Whichever one floats your boat, right? But I just like the way those look for his eyes, okay? Because again, I'm looking at my feeling. Okay? All right. Let's try it again. And then after, we'll do maybe one or two more, and then we're going to go ahead and get back into our themes and bodies and stuff. Okay, so maybe we'll try. Does this work with babies? Right? I think it does. Yeah. So first, let's go with. Trying to find somebody with some different. All of the eyes begin to look kind of the same to me. After you learn this, you just see that they're really not that much of a difference. A lot of it is about your eyebrows, you know. And you know where I learned that from? Because my mom, one day, a lot of my cousins and stuff, they'll tell me that my kids, like to me, my boys look like their mom, right? But they'll say, man, they look like you, right? And they'll always say they look like you because of their eyebrows. And I was like, what? Their eyebrows? Yeah, because of the eyebrows. Look at these triangle shapes here. They are so powerful, man. It just takes literally seconds to draw these when you think about it like this. Okay, look at that. It didn't take me no time at all, right? Okay, come over here, all right? This is made up a small face. Make up a bazillion, right? Right? Body shape, triangle. I like to use a little compass here. The compass is really, I think of it like a compass, but I think of it more like a diamond too. Then I put that in. Remember what we said, right? We got our, I can see this joint, and then I can see the arms. I can see the joint, and I can see the arms. And then I can see like he got a t-shirt on. It's like a pretty built guy, right? Come over here. Hit this. Come in here. Boom, right? Come like this. Very little piece of your head's covered by your hair, right? Okay. Yeah. 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 Okay. So that one came Pretty cool, right? You see? Easy. Telling you this triangle thing does not miss. Now I'll do some more we'll do some head shapes and stuff like that maybe in another stream. If you guys don't forget, Saturday I'm gonna be Sunday. I'm gonna stream at around 5:30. I'm gonna be doing a very special stream on Sunday evening. It's gonna be on Facebook only. So if you guys want to see that stream, it'll be on Facebook. And if you have Facebook, which I think most of the planet probably does, you can go ahead and check it out. You know what I'm saying? And get you taken care of. Okay. Let me see here. All right. So now we're gonna I think that's the last one we'll do with that. We'll go ahead and we'll dive back into the body shapes. It's 1:14. I don't know what time I started at, but we'll go ahead and get into that. All right. So let's go ahead and finish this up here. And post. And then we're gonna from here do our word of the day. Okay, guys? So let me just get this out of the way. I just ended on my Facebook. Okay. All right. Oh, wait. I did say I was going to do a baby, right? So let me see. Baby. The babies are fun to draw. B-A-B. Baby. Faces. Baby. Faces. I hope it doesn't mean like the singer baby face. Oh, it gives me actually baby face. Okay. You see? Look at that baby right there. So we're gonna look at that baby. Okay, hold on. All right, hold on. Okay, so baby face. Babies are shaped like, I don't know, big pieces of toast to me. I mean, that's look at a piece of toast. That's what a baby looks like. Giant piece of bread, right, with some ears on it, right? I must be hungry. All right, see, little chin right there. And look at his eyes. All right, and nose, his little nose. Whoop. And got his little eyes, so how can we do this? Watch. He's got little eyes. Right? Oh, see the triangle? And then you got your hair, right? And again, it's going to be a little bit of hair. It covers his head. I really should have went a bit wider on this part. I still can do it at this point. Let's just do like this. Actually, it's pretty cool how I did that. I like it. Okay. And then we got a guy with got no shoulders here, really. And then I can see my two little things coming in like this. Right. Awesome. Right? And you see how those eyes, though they don't look exactly like the shape, I can get away with that. His mom's gonna love it, right? Oh my god, my baby. Nobody touch that picture. Nobody touch it. Mm. All right. We can even make him into like Boss Baby, maybe. All right. He's got like a college. He's got his collegiate sweater on. Right. Right. And then look, he's got his hands. He's an astute businessman, right? With a very big pencil, of course, so he can sign the Declaration of Independence. It's a little piece of paper. All right. He'll put his tie on. All right. Okay. Anyway, that was pretty fun. Okay. So what are we doing now? We're just making up some themes, okay? So let me go back to let me get my sketchbook so we can do some themes here. Some theme little cartoons, right? I don't need these anymore. See my pencil. And we can draw like little themes of people. So let's say we want to make this guy. What kind of theme? I always like to look up themes. Like, let's say if somebody asks me for a theme, what I might do is I'll go over here. Let me go to, I'll go to the internet and be like, so let's say they want a superhero. Let's say they want Deadpool, right, or something like that. Whatever they want. Let me see. I'll go here, and then we'll just type in Deadpool images, and then we figure out like what he wanted them to do. So let's just say this is the image he wants. Save image as, and then we'll save it, right? And we'll open it up. Then we'll bring it over here. All right. There's Deadpool, right? And then we open up the guy. So let's say this is him right here, right? Let's draw a quick cartoon. I'm gonna draw a quick little cartoon of him. Let me see if I can. Okay, so let's do this. This is his little shape. I'm just gonna keep it simple. He's got like a huge round forehead up here, so I want this to be like almost at the top of his head here. His little hat. Right? Like that. And then I'm gonna go here and put his nose shape here. With the wrinkles and stuff. Right? Eyebrows, and there's little wrinkles in his forehead. His little triangle eyes. Actually, that's too sad looking. Let's go with something more like this. Okay. And he's got his little, right? And I'm putting some bags around the eyes. Give him a little bit of age there. Okay. And then now we're going to go to the Deadpool thing. So remember, what you want to do is you want to think of your body as pieces. So we got a neck piece, right? And we have to be looking at his body. So he looks like him as Deadpool. So I don't know what his whole thing looks like, but let's say these are his body parts, okay? Now what I'll do here is I'll say, okay, I got something doing like, I got something like this, right? And then I got another shape like that. And then I got another little shape like that. And I mean, heck, that's it. And then we got something like this. So you see how I got his whole half body in there, and maybe he's got like a little piece here for his arm and a little piece here for another arm. Okay, so we already got the whole drawing pretty much down. So now all we have to do is just go watch. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make him into a quick little Deadpool. Right? He's got like some little. He doesn't really have a lot of shoulders here, so I'm not gonna give him those shoulders. I'm just gonna do like this and make his come down because he doesn't have shoulder rounded superhero shoulders, right? See, like that. He's got his hand, all right, here. Another piece of a glove here, right? And then he's pretty much got this is a little black little thing here, and these are his swords, right? Okay. And then, so this is what they said. They made my grandpa into Deadpool. No problem. I got you. Okay. And then, I think it's like a little piece coming down here on the side of his, underneath here. Okay. And he does have an elbow, so I'll put like a little bit of a curve right here for the elbow. But pretty much you can see I got this heme down really quickly, right? And then let's say I want to go to his hips. I'll just add I could add some type of torso shape, and then again I start thinking like this. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So everything kind of just makes sense, right? So this might be like again my quick little Deadpool theme of Grandpa. Add some little shadows. Okay. Put some little explosions in the background, right? It may be his maybe back here we'll have a teardrop. And that teardrop would be like kind of like I guess what his face would look like. He doesn't have his help. He doesn't have it on. He just got it in his back pocket. Right? You see? So it's a real easy little theme to come up with. Okay, so I guess guys we've come to the end of the road. I'm gonna go ahead and start closing out the stream for the day. Hopefully you guys are able to learn a little something today. And don't forget to share it with other artists. You know, if you got another artist that you feel like would have benefited from what we kind of talked about today, right? You can share it with them. Deadpool Grandpa. Yeah. Good. Okay. Some will work. And we are going to go ahead, guys, and we're going to get into our word of the day. So if you guys have not ever been to my stream, I always share a word of the day after every stream. So I'm going to do that here. Just let me get my materials together, and then we'll do that, and then we'll get you guys on your way in this Saturday. We're supposed to be having a hurricane down here, so I don't know what the heck's going on with that. We'll see, right? All right, I'll be right back, guys. Give me a sec. Hey. All right, guys, we're back. We're back. So we're gonna go ahead and get into our word of the day. Okay, so let me go ahead and get out my my trusty scriptures over here, and we're gonna be going today we're gonna be talking today about the book of out of the book of James. So if you James is in the New Testament. So if you guys have never opened the Bible before, it's actually one of my favorite books. My friend named me Video Game James because, and a pun for I'm not really good at video games, but I try to play sometimes. So again, James 4, and we're gonna go James 4 and 1. Okay, and so first of all, thank you God for today. Thank you for life and provision and health and house and being safe, and thank you for my family. Thank you for this family here, everyone here that's going to receive from your word today. I pray that this word penetrates the hearts and minds, our hearts and minds, and that it helps us to gain even more clarity about our world and our purpose, and that it takes away the fear and the stress that we all go through with everyday living. In Jesus' name that I pray, amen. So we're going to go ahead and talk today about, if you're there, just read James 4, again, chapter 1. You know, I was thinking this morning as my wife had me go to I was supposed to go to praise and worship practice this morning. I wanted to play at church on Sunday. And I was really gung-ho about going. And then all of a sudden, my wife asked me, she said, your brother's having his birthday next week, and the picture that you drew for him needs to be mailed out today, because if we don't get it out today, it's not going to get to him on time. And so inside, I'm a few minutes late. They had already asked me to be there to play, and I was really looking forward to playing. But I know if I'm late, that is a possibility. If I can't make the practice, I can't play on Sunday, because that's just the rules of how we do things for our practice. If we can't attend the Saturday practice, then we can't practice on. We can't play that Sunday. So inside, I got upset. I got upset because I was like, why didn't we think of this before? Why are we waiting till right now, right before I got to go to practice? You know what I mean, to do this, but the post office closes at noon. There's no other time we could have did this. And I literally got upset inside, and I started thinking to myself, man, you know, and I got mad at my wife, and I started acting real, like, you know, jerky. And then as I was driving to the post office, God hit me with this word and said, why are you angry? And I was like, well, God, because I want to play and I want to play. Right? And then he showed me, okay, what would happen if you didn't play? And I thought about it. And I thought, nothing. Nothing would happen if I don't play. It just means that I just didn't play. So you're really mad then, God's saying to me, because there's a desire in you. The madness, the desire is in you, something that you feel like you're not getting. And that's where the anger comes from. The battle is inside of you. The battle is, are you going to allow this one incident to ruin your entire day when it really ultimately doesn't mean anything? It's simply the fact that you want it. That's why you're mad, because you got told no. And you think that the world's going to end because of something that you didn't get. And after I sat there and thought about it, I said, you know what, God, you're right. The only reason I'm mad at this is because this battle that's going on inside of my own head. I want and I can't have, so I'm angry. But many of the things that, you know, I shared that story because many of the things that we go through in life, we try to blame it on the world. We try to blame it on other people while we are the people that we are, right? But really, that's the wrong battle. You're not fighting the right battle. The right battle is the battle that's going on inside of you. This is the true battle, and this is what we're going to be talking about today. Chapter 4, verse 1 of James says, what causes fights and quarrels among you? Don't they come from the evil desires that battle within you? What is causing the quarrels and fights among you? Don't they come from the evil desires at war within you? You want what you don't have, so you scheme and kill to get it. You are jealous of what others have, but you don't get it, so you fight and wage war to take it away from them. Wow. If you don't have what you want because you don't, but you don't have what you want because you don't ask God for it. And even when you ask, you don't get it because your motives are all wrong. You only want what will give you pleasure. I got that in red right there too. That's deep. That's deep. The inner life of man is who he really is. The inner life of us is who we really are. Not the person that you put on in the world. Not the designer clothes. Not your ultra long eyelashes. Your short dress. Tight shirts. your nice car. It's not who you are. That is symptoms of a big war going on inside of you. You want peace and we want love and we want all this stuff like this. But we don't have it. So we fight and we wage war against the world to take it from others, to take it from them. The true war, the reason that we have these things is because there's a battle within us, a self-sufficiency battle. I'm nothing. My life means nothing unless I have these things. My life means nothing, right? The battle between what you want but the crazy part is that you can have all those things and then you still don't have peace or happiness or joy or nothing. You know how I know? Because there's never enough. It would seem to me that when someone's happy, and I'm talking to myself right now, Harry, if it seems somebody is happy, then they wouldn't need to add nothing to that. They, at some point, be like, okay, I'm happy. I have everything I need. Right? But when you're not happy, when you're not content, when you don't have joy, it's always going to be a war going on inside of you between what you want and what you think is going to add to you, which is a lie, and what you don't have. And since we want to be on the want what we have side of the fence, it says here we wage war. Wow. To take it from others. We want to suck the joy out of other people. We don't have no joy. I want joy. They have joy. I'm going to suck the joy out of them. The inner life of a man is who he really is. That's in the book of Proverbs 23:7. Hey, thank you, Miss Ebony. I certainly appreciate you. Thank you so much. God bless you for the tip. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Proverbs 23:7 puts it this way. For as he thinks in his heart, so is he. The heart determines everything you do and say, since it contains your value system. Solomon warns us in the Bible, above all else, to guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Scripture promises that a man's inner life will always come out. And then it has a verse here. It says in the book of Luke, chapter 6 and verse 45, a good man brings good things out of the good stored up in his heart. Ooh, man, so you can tell what it's telling you is that you can see by a person's actions what is in their heart. If you are hurting other people, if you don't like to give but you always take, this is because this is what's in your heart. If you can't see someone in need and help them, it's because that's who you are in your heart. We can try to justify it however we want to. But we can look in our life and we can look at our relationships. We can look at everything around us. And if we really take an honest assessment of those things, we can see where our heart really is. Right? You know, that's why it upsets me to see, and I know I talk about this on the stream a lot, but it's just I can never get this through my head. But I can't make sense of it. Somebody that has an abundance of resource and material, but they're starving people, right? That they walk over to get to work every day. Someone in their family that needs help. They have the resource, they have the material, they have the know-how, they have everything they could ever possibly want. And they care nothing about other people. And they say they care about people only to get more. The battle that's going on inside of them, I feel sorry for those people sometimes. And then sometimes we fall into this trap of thinking that they got it going on in life because they got some material possessions, and we listen to them because they got a basketball contract. Those be some of the most lost individuals I've ever seen in my life. No sense of decency, the things that they're doing and stuff. If you could see the lives of these people for real, and we walking around here taking advice from them because they got $1 million. Because we feel like success of our life is based around $1 million. It says a good man brings forth good things out of the good stored up in his heart. I know I just so many that one sentence, it just brings so much like thoughts to my head, because you have to I'm constantly, if it wasn't for the good stored in my heart, I would be pissed all the time. I have to constantly reorient my mind, but I can only do that because there's good in my heart. The human side of me wants to do everything the fast way and step on people, and you know what I mean, and take. But because of the amount of good, the word of God that I've placed in my heart, that's what reorients me. Why? That's why God asked me that question this morning as I was going to praise and worship. That's what God does to me when I'm dealing with my kids all the time. I'm like, as a father, you know what I mean? When they're screaming and running around and I'm having a bad day, what's stopping me from just going, just start beating the crap out of everybody and punching people and getting mad and, right? What's stopping me from doing that? It's because I've taken time to store up the good in my heart from the word of God. That's what keeps me from doing the fool up in here. It's the only reason. And it says, and an evil man brings evil things out of the evil stored up in his heart. For the mouth speaks what the heart is full of. Man, I didn't mean to say that. Yes, you did. You are upset now, or you're thrown off by the fact that what you said has consequences to it. But you're not sorry. You said it because you can't, something that ain't in you can't come out of you. How is that possible? If it's in you, you said it. If it came out of you, it was in you in the first place. This is why we need the word of God to move those things out of our heart. Because as long as we're there, all we got to do is look around and see what we're doing. All you got to do is watch people. You ain't got to ask people who they are or nothing. Just sit back and look at their life. And not the social media pictures, because those are often lies. Nobody is what people are. Most, not saying nobody. I'm going to put it like this. A very large number. If I were gambling, I can go through social media and I can look for some pictures on anything, right? And I can see that these pictures, let's look. Do you think that they look like this all day? This is what they look like. This is who they are. If they take out the fake hair and they take off that makeup and they take off these eyelashes, right? They don't look like that. No. We can go to some guys over here, right? I'm not picking on the ladies. I'm picking on everybody, even me, right? We look at this, right? Male models. This is who you think these guys are? No. It's funny because when I go to the gym sometimes, I talk to guys. I go in the gym and I'm always smiling. I smile a lot because this is what's inside of me. I'm grateful to be alive today. I'm grateful for so many things, and so it makes me smile because I'm grateful. I might not have everything that my flesh says it wants, but it's okay that I don't have those things because, God has shown me, hey, what if you don't have that? What's the worst case scenario? What if you don't have a mansion, right, that you see the other people living in? What's wrong with the house that you live in? Why can't you find joy in that? All right. Anyway, as I'm going to the gym, I smiled at this guy. I was walking by and I said, "Hey man, how you doing? Going to get the workout. I'm going to, And he looked. At first, he wanted to. He was as he was walking to me. I noticed his face was like, he's just, walked through the gym with his gym face, And after I smiled at him and stuff and said, "How you doing, my friend? What's going on? All right." And he smiled. You know who I saw when he smiled? I'm gonna tell you who I saw. I saw somebody's little brother. Him and his brother sitting around laughing and joking around. He's not the dude that he's portraying to be in the gym. That's not who he is. He really likes people. He's just on defense because the world has taught him to be that way. But that's not who he wants to be. That's not who he is. Now, let's finish up here. It says, when you experience conflict with others, you may be allowing the turmoil of your heart to express itself. Right? Like this morning, when I was going to the praise and worship practice, and I got upset because my wife asked me to mail this picture off, which is for my own brother's birthday. That, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. So I was just like, okay, I thought about it and I said, that's important. This is important. And what's ultimately going to happen if I don't play? God knows my heart. What does it mean? Like, what are you getting upset for? What's the ultimate way this is going to play out? So my conflict, when I was upset, was not with my wife, or it wasn't with anything that had to do with her. It had everything to do with what was going on inside of me. I want this. And because if I can't have it, I'm going to throw a fit. That's the battle. Learning how to get told no. Nobody likes that. The reason that we reject the Bible, guys, a lot of people reject the Bible. They reject God because they reject rules. They don't reject God. They reject anything that governs. They don't like government. People are, I hate government. I hate this. I hate when you can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what to do. Because that's human nature to do. Be able. I want to be able to do whatever I want, when I want, to whoever I want, however I want to. So when we find ourselves in a situation, a lot of times the person in front of you ain't did you no wrong. The wrong is going on inside of you. Other people may not be the problem, it says. You may be engaging in the wrong battle. The real battle is saying no to your desires and your wants and humbling yourself to serve. Let me say it again. The real battle is saying no to your desires and your wants. And this takes spiritual training, because spiritual life will teach you more than physical life could ever teach you. Physical life is I want. I got to have this, I got to have that. Spiritual life says that your life is not dependent upon the physical thing. That's our word of the day. The true battle. True battle is not everybody outside of you. The world is not against you. Nobody ain't did nothing to you. You might want to go back and examine who you are inside. Examine your heart. What have you been putting in there? What have you been watching? You've been looking at? What you spend most of your time looking at, thinking about? I always say this: if the more your YouTube feed, your TikTok feed, Facebook feed is going to show you who you are. Because AI, what it does is it looks at who you are, and then it gives you what you asked for. That's what it does. So if you look on your feed and you see nothing but guys, you see nothing but naked chicks all the time on your YouTube, it's probably because that's what you're looking at all the time. Girls the same way. If you got a bunch of cars and something like that, that's what you're looking at. If you look at that, if you got a bunch of murder shows and cop shows and killing and jail and all that, that's who you are. So AI just says, okay, this is what they like. Let's feed it to them. So that's our word of the day. So guys, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank you for coming out today and attending the live stream. Thank you, Miss Ebony, for blessing me with a super sticker. I appreciate you. Let me see. Cherish, thank you so much for being an awesome moderator, as always. And for you ladies for supporting me the way you have over the years. I can't believe I'm saying years, but really it has been years. So, wow, that's crazy. And yes, Cherish, I will definitely keep you in prayer for that. So we're going to close out, guys. Father God, we just thank you for this word, the word about the true battle, the battle that goes on within us, that the battle is not outside of us, that the real battle is our desires and wants and what we want, fighting against the fact that we don't have those things. And that is our nature to become upset with the world and feel like the deck is unevenly stacked against us when we don't have the things that we desire and want so badly. That at the end of the day doesn't even matter in our purpose, the purpose that you've given us. I pray today for everyone here, their family, their friends, and anybody that hears this word today, that they are moved by this word and that they seek to have a deeper relationship with you. I also pray for Cherish and her test. I pray that you give her knowledge and the wisdom and the understanding, and most of all, the will to persevere and to study, to sit in front of the material. I ask that you give her supernatural understanding of the material, so that she's able to do well on her tests. In Jesus' name, amen. So you guys have a great day. I will be doing a special stream again on Facebook on Sunday at 5:30. That stream is going to cover some really some things I've just been kind of pondering over with my drawings. Also, I've been trying to go ahead and get my follower account up on Facebook as well. So if you guys are not following me on Facebook, please head on over there and follow. If you have any friends you feel like may benefit from the word of the day, they might benefit from the drawing, benefit from the community, then please have them go over and check out our Facebook page, also our Patreon page as well. All right, guys, so y'all have a blessed and awesome day. Thank you for coming out, and I will see you guys next time.